Let's start with this video then. Let's let it speak for itself.
All right.
Disney swingers.
Anyone who knows me and my long-term boyfriend know that we meet a lot of our friends online these days.
We have made a ton of friends in the Disney community, a majority of which we have met on Swingers Upon Main.
This is an app for swingers by swingers. Swingers that love Disney.
Ashley and I love to swing all over Walt Disney World Resort.
The Grand Floridian.
Main Street, USA.
Cinderella's Castle.
Space Mountain. And people love to drink around the world. Well, how about swinging around the world?
Oh?
It's our favorite.
Swing Upon Main has Disney
that.
lovers from
You look like
all
cat
over
people.
the world, and we all just come together in the most magical place on Earth. And heck, why not call it the most fun place on Earth, too?
They
We
definitely
don't
don't like
just
dog
trade
people.
pins at Magic Kingdom.
You'd
We
be
trade
surprised. They might have a golden
partners.
retriever there. In fact, they look like small dog people.
What is that?
You can download the app Swing Upon Main today,
That's an ugly
and
laugh.
maybe we'll see you there.
And we'll show you a whole new world.
Oh. All right. So,
Sold.
Oh my god!
Sold.
All right, let me.
I
Have,
bought 5 of those apps yesterday.
I want some first thoughts here.
while he's talking, please throw the website up so they can see Swing Upon Main.
Jesus, they really hammed it up for that video. Oh boy, there's a ton of references. We're gonna, Jesus, they put a lot of effort. They put a lot of work into that one. I hope they got the swinging they wanted out of that video. 'Cause
Come on, that guy
goddamn.
is not swinging with other ladies. He is light in the loafers.
You know, hats off to them. They put some effort here.
Like those communities, like I'm just, it's like the furry community. It's like there's a limited amount, right? Like, so process of elimination.
Right.
We're
Hey.
all swinging, all around. The kids are around. We're swinging.
Say, oh, I can't wait to get that. Go ahead. Go ahead. You got the floor.
That was. So I will come back with your thoughts here, but I just want to congratulate them on a very well put together video.
What?
Yeah, there's a lot of references. They put every single pun they could in there.
That is the most Disney adult thing I could have ever expected from you.
Well, it was a very Disney adult video, so
It played to its audience.
Like they mentioned drinking around the world. Last time I was at Disney, I was 18, and they wouldn't serve me, even though my dad was.
Even though my fake said 24, what the hell,
And
dude?
I want to go. I want to drink around the world. I want to hit all those countries in Epcot and get drunk off my ass.
And yet, unfortunately for you, Dougie,
But
you
now I
had a
gotta worry about
responsible
swingers
dad.
going there and trying to hit on me. Ooh,
I don't think
They're
I-
not.
I-
They're
you're
not looking for
hitting
you,
on
I
you.
don't want that gay guy coming up to me.
Doug,
Every
Doug,
boy
do
had
you
the
know?
same
Do you know
thought.
what swingers? You know what makes a swinger?
Yes, but
What?
I agree with
Wait,
Will's
no,
point,
how
but
many-
hang on, I agree with Will Point.
The Will Point?
That guy definitely isn't there looking for other women.
Yeah.
He's definitely, as someone here said, a little light in the loafers.
Those people aren't swingers, Doug. Doug, the swingers are 4 people. It's do you understand why they swing, right?
Okay, cool.
I'm
But
gonna.
like if that guy's
and-
going to Disney and trying to like look for people there, now like I guess Disney's Epcot.
well,
isn't as
no, they're
magical
not.
as
They're
we
not
all
loafering
thought.
people there.
It's not as magical as we all thought.
They've done the loafering and they're bringing them there. That's what the whole video is about. They're trying to get the people on the app. So you talk and converse, and then you
And then
do
you
your
go
due.
hit Main Street.
yeah.
But
All
I
right, so
remember
do you
when
have thoughts?
Disney World was a
Well, I want to
kid.
hear your thoughts because I got some. I'll probably have some rebuttals to what
All
you
right,
got.
the
going on.
major. You don't. If you have a rebuttal for this dude, I will literally hope the police are knocking at your door.
Oh my god! All right, all right. Continue.
Okay, if a drunk guy at a football game peed close enough to a schoolhouse, like just a schoolhouse, period, school property,
Yep.
they now have to knock on doors as a pedophile for the rest of their life. My parents didn't even know this, but did you know if a pedophile moves into a new neighborhood, they have to knock on all the doors of all the neighborhood to tell people, I'm a pedophile and I'm in your
We
neighborhood.
ran into that.
And if you knock and they're not there, you have to like leave some paperwork for them to let them know that you are a freak and really we should have just eliminated you. But hey, I'm here in your neighborhood. That being said, indecent exposure, public indecency, if I was just peeing, relieving myself in another way, away, and I was close enough to a schoolhouse gate, I am now a pedophile. I'm now a bad guy.
Okay.
I would make the claim that is not legally outrageous that having sex at a child's park in any fashion is the exact same crime, if not worse. So there is a whole system, financial system, Tinder system that is orchestrating, in my eyes, a network of pedophiles.
So you're taking their. So I think we're interpreting this video a little bit differently.
What,
So-
getting hand jobs on Splash Mountain? That's what they're trying.
I don't think that's what they're trying to convey.
What do you
here.
think swinging on Main Street and swinging in the Cinderella Castle implies?
So I think what
We're
they're-
just
So hold on. Let's take the context of the video and what they're demonstrating, what they're trying to do. So this is obviously a website app that for those in the swinging community and also those that are, there's an intersect of the Disney community to meet up together at the hotels. They go swing and then they go out to the parks later, or they collectively go to the parks, swing after, whatever order they want to go to. But they're mainly, so when they say swing, swing on Main. Hey, we're gonna go to Main Street. We're gonna be go on like a swingers date or whatever. They're not actually swinging. They're not performing.
You don't think
No.
there's been attempts at that?
There's probably been a.
And I would imagine, back to like themes you've brought up on other topics today, I imagine that this is encouraging more people to, hey, you want to give me a hand job on the bench on Main Street?
So there is. So let's just say that's their intention. Logistically, that's going to be just very difficult. There's no.
Be a lot of splishing and splashing on that mountain.
These parks are. These parks are very crowded. So there's a lot. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of throughput there. There isn't a whole lot of private locations where you can really go at it, so to say. And let's say you're even going with the lines. They have, they have cameras. Like any good person with security be like, oh no, we don't want you doing that on here.
Well, especially Disney.
Yeah,
Every square inch is under
strict scrutiny.
Yeah.
And I think someone who is a Disney adult, or at least will make a video trying to entice Disney adults to join an app, probably knows that they're being surveillanced all the time. That's kind of half why they like being at Disney. It's a very safe place, very open place, all that fun stuff. But there's
In
no
the meantime,
private
pause that
getaway.
thought. Brian, I need you to Google how many kids go missing at Disney a day. It's crazy. Go ahead, continue.
Well, did they go?
Dude, the kids are being stolen away. Safest place on earth.
Are they missing because they can't find their parents in the crowd of people, or
Are they missing because there was an Epstein appetite that's just
because they're
snaked through
being
the place?
abducted?
That is a big number.
They're
I find
swinging.
it,
They're swinging.
What's the cause of these missing children? 'Cause there's really only one or two ways in and out of these
It's
parks.
a small world after all. What's up?
It's a big number.
Yeah, lay it on us.
Per year, each Disney amusement park is around 2,000 children disappear.
So we're looking at
So
probably
I
3 to
Googled
5
it.
kids a day.
I found
Bye-bye.
2,000 children disappear from amusement parks each year, not necessarily like Disney specific.
Well, and that's why you're not our young Jamie. Thank you,
Yeah,
Doug.
it's the same thing.
Or Brian.
Oh.
It's the
It's like-
same diddly dunk.
like-
I kind of agree. Like, I've never been to Disney. Like, I had a childhood, so I didn't go. But I'm
How
with-
did you have a childhood?
But
if you
Yeah,
didn't
that
go to
is
Disney,
that
that's-
that is an oxymoron, but I'll let it play.
But going off David's point, like again, it's like back to the furries. It's like they go to like a Comic-Con, right? Like they're not doing it necessarily out in the open. I'm sure some do, but majority they get their hotels there. They meet their parents there. Like they have like I'm assuming the hotels are nice. Probably like, oh, I'm on the 5th floor, you're on the 6th floor. Let's just send one up, send one down. It's just an elevator ride. Like truthfully, like that's probably what it's more geared towards.
You're probably very right.
Yeah.
Brian, comments?
Yeah, Bama is on fire today.
All right.
Remember Girls Gone Wild?
Oh,
Well, now we got Disney Gone Wilder. And I said, haha, I can't wait to wake up at 3 a.m. with Disney music blasting and nudity all over the screen.
I think Bama Boy can do a little better than that. That's a little weak ass from Bama Boy.
Oh.
We can get a better pun. You had some
There could
good
be a better
puns.
pun, but
You tell Bama Boy.
I think the
He needs
idea
to
is
have- he needs to
there.
have a better pun on that one.
Hey, better punch my Snow White ass.
See, that's a good one.
See, that's a good one. Yeah.
I think, in the spirit of fairness, I'll admit that I find no problem with that concept. A networking program where other couples meet other couples. I get a room next to your room. We swap. We have a good time. The pictures look weird because, like, the gay black dudes with a really round white girl, and it's like, who we kidding? That is, look at the sexy blonde you took the video with. You are either holding a purse, which we all know that's what you're doing, or you're actually into this. And just this, I don't know. To me, it doesn't fly.
That's the thing. I think they're actually Disney people love Disney. They're the people that finish their Disney vacation and are planning the next one. And it's usually within a year.
What's that like? What is that life like?
Expensive.
It's expensive.
My cousin buys a pass and goes like once a month, pretty much like a weekend a month. She goes down.
And little did you know, she does a.
Yeah, I know.
To the
be a little concerned about what she's doing down
there's
there.
those doors in between the rooms. Come on in, and it's just the Seinfeld spread, just naked across the bed, like.
The old school connector.
Yeah, you want to see me?
Still a thing?
You want to
Oh,
see
they're
me in
still-
my
they're still
goofy
thing.
costume?
Oh, for all
Mm-mm.
do that, they walk in, the Frozen soundtrack's on, they love it. Like, I know they love it, dude. Like,
Yeah. What better way? I don't know. It seems like a good good little
I
vacation
personally,
thing.
I don't like Disney adults. I have no issue with this. If they want to do this, and like again, like you said, it's like the CCP there. They got the credit score. They know exactly who these people are. They know exactly who's probably using the apps. They know what they're using it for. Disney doesn't.
The only reason I just put a little asterisk to my point, where I agree with the whole spirit of the conversation right now. I do not believe that was the implication of the video and the implication of the network. Like, I think it is human nature that, okay, you and your girlfriend, you have a wife.
I
So
do
I
have
would
a
I
wife,
would
yep.
be of the impression you could resonate with this. We've all gotten close enough with a partner to the point where like the sexual dance, while still fresh and fun, becomes repetitive. And while you're young, you're trying to keep it fresh and frisky, and you're changing it up. To me, it doesn't seem out of the realm of possibility, and it seems like an unspoken encouragement of this network that the human nature of people, we're going to try to push this envelope and get somewhere else. So to me, I'm curious how much of it is truly, let's just share a vacation with strangers, because I think that is fun. It would be fun if you had such a strong relationship with your spouse that like, I'm going to go spend a day at the happiest place on earth, my favorite place to be, with a total stranger or somebody that I built like, a direct message type of relationship with. Seems fun. I'm going to go spend a whole day with them, and then we're going to go back to the room and have fun. And like totally get why people would do that. And it sounds actually kind of enjoyable. Sure. But I think there is an implication by the video and the website that like, we're frisky freaks and we're trying, and there's an instinct to push the envelope. And I don't think it would find much success, but also if and when it is tried, it needs to be acknowledged that is a sexual infraction. Like, you will have to be on a list.
Personally, I think it's going to blow up.
I think you're
it's
right.
One of those things that's going to blow up.
Because our
Like,
culture is
well,
so
they love
screwed.
it. And like Disney adults, like I said, they love going back to Disney. Like, that's truly like that's their home away from home. Like,
But even more, I love that point. But even more so, I think traditional relationships are dead now. Like somebody where it's like, I'm trying to give you my everything. And in the spirit of that, I want you to give me your everything. And we're exclusive to each other. That is an increasing anomaly. I don't think that.
So hold on. So you think monogamous relationships are
Slowly falling by the wayside, yes.
by the wayside, as in will no longer be a thing? Or
No, I
are they
just think the
becoming-
spirit of people is we're married, but I'm not totally convicted to you. We'll come home to each other, but we've got an open relationship. I've experienced a lot of modern relationships that have devolved into that type of relationship where
Like a lot of people are almost looking for now, and it's like, what did happen to that type of shit? Like,
well, and it doesn't work. Like what's funny is it ebbs and flows like everything, and we're slowly getting back to the point where we had the sexual liberation, and now we're trying to get back to like a more traditional, like, hey man, this isn't a way to raise a family. This isn't a way to make a strong household. And sometimes don't fix what's not broken, and tradition works. So I don't know. To me, it even lends on the creepier part of our culture where, like, we're just so infected by sex. It controls us. It is everything, and it's becoming a wedge that's dismantling modern relationships.
Well, I think our availability and access to sexual content, sexual materials is more than it's ever been, and will probably continue to always increase in volume and access at any given point. We've had, I think the one aspect that we've seen less of lately is like marketing, at least big brand marketing. So remember the Hardee's commercials with, Jessica Simpson eating the burger, all that. We don't see a whole lot of those anymore. We barely even see like very humorous beer commercials. It's always just kind of a little more like, oh, we're just having a good time.
Well, because it's Dylan Mulvaney being the sex object now.
Let's take Bud Light.
Yeah, I would stray away from Bud Light, because what they were selling to an audience, they literally killed that audience.
Well, let's just take is there funny Miller Lite commercials? Is there funny Coors Light commercials? They're not funny. They're kind of lifestyle. Just like, oh yeah, you're having a good time drinking your Coors Light. They're not. We're seeing less of Bud Night, and we're seeing more of just, I don't know, one less calorie.
I mean,
Yeah.
that would have been great.
Dilly Dilly? Dilly
and
Dilly and Bud Night were the last
I mean,
great funny beer
But they were
commercials.
trying to get away from that frat branding, as they
Right.
said.
Yep.
It's like,
So you
Probably,
built an
that's
audience.
your market.
You build an audience, and then you stabbed it right in the back.
Yeah, so we're seeing less like sexual marketing, but that doesn't mean it's non-existent. I'm sure we can go through all of our
it's
Instagram
less
pages.
sexual marketing
on
and
their-
more sexual re-education. Right now, we're just putting it in schools and everything else. Yeah,
Is the marketing programming us though? Like what's your favorite?
not marketing. Marketing is a fun little term where it can go both ways. Marketing can be defined as the attempt by a business to advertise what they're selling, and marketing is also like, how does I don't know, this company sell this product? Well, I don't necessarily need to make my product bigger, but I can hijack the psychology of the audience, whether it's deceiving advertisements. Like, they're not genuine. I'm not trying to sell the Bud Light. I'm not trying to sell this. I'm trying to trick you or hypnotize you into buying it. The whole approach is totally different. And it is kind of back to that programming aspect. We're not trying to sell the object. We call marketing, it's also a beautiful term for biologically hijacking the audience member, where, perfect example. There is a magician that through suggestion of words and phrases can convince people of like objects or decisions. And so what he would do is, like, somebody would go in going like, no, you're going to pick a toy. And the person's going in going, I'm picking a red bike. Like, in his head, he's saying red bike, red bike, red bike. But through the powers of suggestion, using certain words, phrases, suggestive imagery, and just doing all this subliminal stuff, the person's like, brown teddy bear. Totally forgot and just rejected the fact that for the last 10 minutes was telling themselves they're picking the red bike. They have created the ability to hijack our psychology and our biology. That's also called, in the beautiful term, marketing.
Yeah, but I think in that example you're going off, that's like split decisions. I got to make a decision right here, right now. That's not a general like reprogram. That person's not always going to go brown teddy bear again. They'll go red bike. They might even go yellow wagon. It's not. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that.
Brian, do some Googling.
Google,
like,
if we're going to go on the social engineering concept, I don't even think that's necessarily marketing. It could just be grassroots people just going, hey, this is the way I do things, like on Instagram accounts or like TikToks. You see some of that. That's probably more of what you're talking about. But like progressives not going, well, be gay because it's good.
No,
They're not doing that.
do suggestive programming.
Well, like, for instance, that video you guys just showed about them, right? Like that was a private.
You got to
guess-
lean up because we really can't hear you.
I guess like that video that was shown
Yeah.
at the beginning of the segment, I would say it was like a private advertisement, correct?
Well, it was just a TikTok.
It was just a
It,
TikTok,
it was an advertisement for, I guess, private.
I'm sure they're
meant for a specific
influencers.
community, but the
meant for a
reach is
specific community based around a certain corporation, correct? Now
Right.
imagine Disney,
Yeah.
the corporation, grabbing hold of that and them doing the same exact thing, advertising the same exact product. Would it be less sexualized, but the underlying tone is still there?
Right.
For instance, like they were like go around the world, Epcot, all these different places, and it sounds like they're going to do it there. Me, rational thinking, I'm like, they're going to swing in the hotel rooms and then they're
Right.
going to go drink and have their fun throughout the park.
Right.
Disney.
Advertise it more in that way.
But that's
Yeah.
why. But that's why then they go and pay a couple of influencers to make a TikTok about it.
Yeah.
Like, you-
kinda where I'm-
Yeah, I mean, not really. I can't, like, where's the examples of that style of marketing for this specific kind of like social re-engineering that isn't just make this brand feel better, or like Ford isn't paying influencers to go swing with other Ford users. That's not that community they're really trying to build. At least far like
But
so
they could.
they could, any brand could, but they're
Sure.
they're
Like,
not.
Disney wouldn't do that.
No. But
like if it continues down a route where this is like a recurring thing, not just saying Disney, like different corporations, would they
Disney.
adopt that?
Disney
Like,
loves leaning into the Disney adult, and they have their audience is no longer for an 8-year-old. That used to be the
They're all
target.
about playing nostalgia now.
Exactly. So again, we're now 30 and sexually active and horny.
We are.
So the reality is they're gonna placate to that. They're gonna placate to that.
Yeah, you know how it is.
So to me, they, even if they're not saying go have sex with other Disney fans, they love making adult Disney weirdos and encouraging this culture that has snowballed into, like, they definitely are not straying away from Comic-Con and a Twitch streamer that dresses in Snow White with their tatas out. They're like, yeah, low key, that helps us. Like, they definitely are all in favor of that stuff
think most
because
of
they
the-
could definitely start discouraging
But if
adults
you
from
go to
not
Disney
growing up.
wearing something like that, showing your tatas. Oh no!
Right.
But they do it on the internet. They're all for it.
Do they know why they don't want you to do that? You know that? You know
Well, they
why?
have to pretend to
It's a
care about the kids.
family-friendly park.
Part
Because
of it.
dad will not focus on the kids if you keep
Dad's filming the wrong kids.
they don't want like crazies, or like these like hardcore Disney adults going dressed as that, and then them being the attraction for the park. So there was a couple cases where people would elicit services to be their own private tour guide at Disney World. So I'd be a Disney fan, I'd be a Disney history expert and all that, and I will basically, you pay me to tour around the park with me. Disney shut those down pretty quickly, because what they don't want someone else becoming the attraction to the parks. When they have celebrities over, they, like Kim Kardashian, cannot go to Disney World and choose to be amongst the people. She cannot. Disney will not allow that because it's too much of a distraction for them. So they will give the celebrities VIP passes and just, all right, we're going to take you out and around. You're not going to experience the park like the rest of the people, because you're just too famous, and it's going to be a distraction for people here at Disney. So that's part of the reason why they don't want them doing that, because your daughter can dress as Cinderella all she wants. Snow White doesn't matter. But you as the mom cannot do that, because there's just now like, oh, people think, oh, there's Cinderella, I'm going to take pictures with her. And that's in fairness to Disney, they don't want to do false advertising. They don't want someone to get the experience of, hey, I'm seeing Cinderella. Oh, that was just some mom dressed up as Cinderella. That, you don't want to pay for that, and I don't want to pay for that. So that's why they really crack down on that. Also, no sexually explicit. Like, if you're wearing like a bra at Disney World, they'll kick you out. They don't
So
want you
where's
there.
the line on that? Like, Disney loves selling your 4-year-old a $300 Snow White dress and letting her prance around as a little billboard throughout the whole park. So at what point, kind of like the furries and the rest of these Disney adult freaks, at what point does that become weird? 10 years old? Okay. Like Disney's got to have a line for that. They draw the line. You just said a mom can't get away with it.
Correct.
So where's that line?
So as far as like dressing, I think probably around. Well, so they sell the dresses at the parks, and it only goes up to a certain size.
Okay.
So after that certain size, you can't fit in that size, and I think they're intentionally probably a little smaller than what they could get away with. That's the line, at least they're drawing in their heads. So pretty much what the line is, whatever they sell in the parks, that's the line.
And so little people truly get the benefit here. They don't get to ride Splash Mountain, but they get to ride the Cinderella dress to life.
Yep. So that's that's one advantage. That's one advantage you have, a little person.
Brian, do we have any comments before we wrap this
Yeah,
bad
we
boy
got.
up?
Oh, come on, Bama boy.
Comment
Do me
section.
good here.
Comment section is blowing up. Going back to Bama Boy said, "Careful what you wish for, David," with the puns. And Ricky was pretty pissed about the whole dating situation. He said, "No poly, no open. If so, go back to the streets." William said, to Alex's point, no one wants to commit to any one person. Even dating is weird nowadays, and we all kind of agreed. And then William had a great idea. I think Alex wants to go to Disney action, and he should go to Disneyland, live stream himself, looking for Disney swingers.
Bro, I should definitely sign up on this website.
I would join you on that trip.
Nope, I'm not doing it anymore. That's it. Dog, I will not swing with you, damn it.
No, don't worry. I'll just be your camera guy.
just
and
No,
give
you
you
will
a
not.
free trip to Disney
You will
World.
not. Man,
just wanna
Doug
go on
wants
a trip
to
to
watch me
Disney
get
World.
sloppy so bad.
No, I want to go on a trip to Disney World. Because again, it's been like 20 years since I've gone. I'd be down.
No.
Doug, you're a treasure of this podcast.
Yeah, some say.
Bama Boy was wondering if they'd start making rides like you have to be at least this old to ride this ride.
And oh my god, do you guys remember the infancy of the internet? There was like, E-Bombs World, one of those websites where it had like cocked up pictures and videos. You just go to this website, and it's got like all these crazy, and one of them was like Elmo, doing drugs on Sesame Street, like crazy videos. There is a picture. I don't know if can you please just Google this. If it comes up quick, and go click images, so it'll be easier for you. But Google Donald Duck child ride. There is an old internet picture of Donald Duck. Please pick it up. Boom. That should be it, right? The second one.
Second one.
Yeah, let's share that on the screen.
All right.
Hide your children on this one.
You must be this old to ride Donald Duck.
What were they going for?
All right. So let's bring it back. Wrapping thoughts.
Oof.
Here's the thing. Back to love on the spectrum. I do not want to get in the way. Love is love. And people find people. And if you guys are, striking a chord and get along with each other, great. The only thing that strikes a chord with me or stood out to me with this topic are two things. Why it even brought my attention. That video is weird. That guy definitely is not looking for other ladies. We know what's going on. You guys are also weirdos. So the video itself, there's a lot around that.
Weird video.
That also being said, I just want to take the Rethink Tank is going on a limb, is going to take the provocative position that I do not think it is appropriate and we should stand against hand jobs on Main Street. So if and when the implication of this video is that the swingers are going to go swing and have fun, because what does she say? We out here swinging on Cinderella's castle, out here swinging on Splash Mountain, and we swinging on Main Street. You did us the favor of inquiring to a Doug what the definition of swinging is and what that means. That is not having a conversation. Swinging is not Swinging on Main Street is not sharing a slushie. Swinging, I don't know, on another location in Disney is not sharing a churro. You are, and that's inappropriate in grounds that are public, surrounded by children. And that is my stance.
I don't know, man. I've taken a job on Main Street. I get
Final
what you're
thought.
saying, but
It'd be a magical moment.
Oh, Doug, you got a good one here. So I have the complete opposite opinion. They're not actually getting down and dirty on Main Street or Splash Mountain,
And
especially
that I'm supportive.
especially not in the small world. They're keeping it contained in the hotel rooms, at least for the most part. And what they do outside of the grounds, no one can really control. But just logistically, it's just going to be impossible to do. It's weird. It's odd.
Just all these mismatched couples walking through Disney, their hair is just a mess.
Yeah, it's weird. They went hardcore in the puns, which it's great. The puns that's the best part of the video.
It's good marketing.
They
You got
went all in.
David
They went all
thirsty.
So yeah, I have no problem with a couple. If you're really into Disney, really into swinging, hey, what better marriage than experiencing that with other swinging Disney adults and have an app doing that? In pure liberty and libertarianism, live let live. As long as they're not hurting other people, and I agree with you here.
And a hand job around kids is hurting other people.
Yes,
so as long as that's common ground, I'm happy for you to be on any app you want, David. Swing
Yes.
away.
Don't do it in front of children, around children, or involve children. I think we can all agree with that. Is that fair? We got agreement here?
yes.
I think the comment section probably agree. Bama probably agrees with that as well. Brian, what do you think?
So I think that they're gonna start having all these goofy diseases popping up that they'll need to get frozen off. But in the comment
Goofy
section,
diseases that need to be frozen off. That's a good one.
No, Goofy disease would be the perfect name for a Disney person.
No.
I got the
Goofy
Caught the
Goofy disease would be the perfect name for a person who has toxoplasmosis and is a furry and a Disney adult.
Oh, wow. So you're tying it all together.
And I don't think they're exclusive. I think most people overlap a lot of those circles. The Venn diagram has a bigger overlapping section than we think.
yeah. So Ricky said he'll book his ticket to be your cameraman at Disneyland, and
We got a lot of people joining on the swinging quest.
On there, big guy.
But-
Hey, Ricky, now better let you out here swinging with us. You're going to be the one bringing us Cinderella.
but the catch is he wants to do just the interview parts.
How's it going down there? You look sweaty.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Rethink Tank Live. Join us every Tuesday at 7 p.m. streaming across the platforms on YouTube, Rumble, X, Twitch, Facebook, LinkedIn, and TikTok. We do our best to promote user engagement, and we want you involved. So be sure to bring your perspective live so we can get you in the dialogue. See you then.